The day is done now. The world can stay outside the door for a while. Here, everything slows down. The light is softer. The air feels a little warmer. Nothing is rushing you. Nothing is pulling at you. Imagine yourself in a quiet room. The kind of room that feels safe the moment you step inside. The sounds are gentle and far away. The light is dim, like the sky just after sunset. You are allowed to exhale here. Feel the sense of being in a space made just for resting. No expectations, no demands, no need to be on. Only this soft, private pocket of time. Your body knows what to do with a space like this. It recognizes the signal of safety, of warmth, of slowing down. You may start to notice that signal now, like a quiet yes moving through you. If your thoughts are still busy, that is completely okay. Nothing has gone wrong. Overthinking is just the mind trying a little too hard to take care of you. Tonight it does not need to work so hard. Tonight it is allowed to rest. You do not have to push your thoughts away. You do not have to quiet them by force. They can be here, just as they are, and still, something inside you can soften, like a hand resting on a chattering radio, without needing to turn it off. Notice how your body is supported right now, where your weight sinks into the bed or the couch beneath you. The firmness underneath you is steady and patient. It will hold you completely without asking for anything in return. Imagine a warm blanket waiting for you. The fabric is soft and gentle against your skin. As it settles over you, it brings a calm, even weight. A sense of being tucked in, cared for, protected. Feel that warmth wrap around your shoulders, across your chest, down along your legs, all the way to your feet. Nothing is exposed. Nothing is forgotten. The rest of the world can fade back now. Messages, plans, and problems can sit on a distant shelf. They will still be there tomorrow, when your mind is rested and clear. You do not need to solve them from this pillow. You are allowed to have this time where nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be figured out. You do not have to understand everything tonight. You do not have to make sense of the day. If part of you still wants to analyze, that part is welcome. It can sit nearby, like a loyal friend who is finally allowed to put down the heavy bag it has been carrying. Thank it silently for trying so hard. Then invite it to stretch out beside you and rest as well. Notice the simple feeling of being here, the soft weight of the blanket, the gentle rhythm of your breathing, the way the air feels as it moves in and out. For a moment, shift your attention from thinking to sensing, noticing without judging, just the coolness or warmth of the air on your face, the quiet hush around you, the way your body is slowly, quietly settling. Thoughts may still pass through. They can flow like clouds across a wide evening sky. Some drift by slowly, some a little faster. You do not need to follow them. You can simply watch them come and go, from a comfortable distance. In this room, you are not behind or ahead. You are not late. You are not early. Time stretches open gently, making enough space for you to rest. Feel how good it is to know that nothing is expected of you right now. You do not have to be productive. You do not have to be positive. You do not have to be calm. You only have to be here. Even if your mind feels busy, your body can still learn the feeling of rest. Muscles can soften, even when thoughts are moving. The jaw can loosen just a little. The shoulders can sink a tiny bit deeper. The hands can relax from the inside out. Picture a dim, warm glow in the room, not bright enough to wake you, just enough to feel cozy, like the last light of evening slipping through a curtain. In this glow, everything sharp becomes softer, rounder, kinder. Every part of you is invited to be exactly as it is. Tense parts, tired parts, worried parts, hopeful parts. All of them can be here, under this same blanket of quiet. You are not being judged in this space, not for what you did today, not for what you did not do, not for how much you worried or how much you tried. Here, every effort you made is allowed to set itself down. Feel the gentle kindness in that thought, the kindness of putting everything down for a while, like setting a stack of heavy books onto a low table, one by one. You do not have to carry them into the night. If a thought shows up insisting that you must hold on, you can imagine placing even that thought onto the table too. It can wait there, safe and untouched, while you drift a little further into softness. Sense the outline of your body growing less defined against the bed, as if the edges are blurring slightly, as if you are melting an inch deeper into the mattress, supported from every side. Your breath does not have to be deep or perfect. However it is enough. Notice how each exhale has a tiny letting go inside it, a tiny release, a tiny surrender. You might gently allow the exhale to become a touch longer, not forced. Just like a sigh of relief at the end of a long day. That feeling of, yes, it is finally time to rest. In this quiet room, you do not have to be anyone for anyone else. You can set aside every role you play. Worker, partner, parent, friend, fixer, planner. They can all wait outside the door. The only role you have right now is simply this: a person lying down in a safe place at the end of the day. A human body that deserves softness. A tired mind that deserves a break from itself. If waves of thought rise again, that is okay. Let them rise and fall without needing to control them. Your job is not to stop the waves. Your job is to feel the steady shore beneath you, holding you through every swell. The bed is that shore tonight. The blanket is that shore. The warmth in the room is that shore. All of them steady, all of them patient, all of them here just for you. Nothing needs to be earned. You do not have to justify resting. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to stop. Notice how it feels to be given full permission to rest. Permission from the world outside. Permission from this quiet voice. And most of all, permission from yourself. In this moment, you are safe enough to let go, just a little more. Safe enough to loosen the grip on your thoughts. Safe enough to trust that you will find your way again in the morning. For now, you are simply floating in a soft, quiet pause. Let this softness spread through you, slowly and gently. From the top of your head, down behind your eyes, through your cheeks and your jaw, down your neck and shoulders, flowing like warm, calm air through the rest of your body. You are supported, you are held, you are allowed to drift. Nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. Only this warm blanket, this quiet room, this slow, steady breath, and the gentle feeling of your mind beginning to settle, like dust in a sunbeam, sinking softly toward stillness. The day is gently closing now, like a door being pulled softly toward its frame, not rushed, not forced, just easing into place. Imagine arriving home after a long day, whatever home means for you, a real place or a quiet place in your mind, somewhere safe, somewhere only you need to be. See yourself at the doorway of that place, still carrying the weight of the day, the thoughts, the tasks, the little worries that never really got finished. Notice what it feels like to stand there, just inside the threshold. You have made it through this day. However it went, you are here now. You are allowed to pause. In your hand, feel a set of keys, cool and solid, each key holding a small piece of the day, a conversation, an email, a decision that felt heavy. Walk slowly to a small table or a shelf by the door. Hear the gentle sound as the keys are set down, that soft clink as they touch the surface, as if you are placing down some of the thoughts you have been holding. The keys can rest there. They do not need your attention now. They will be there in the morning, quietly waiting. Tonight, they are simply still. Notice a bag on your shoulder or in your hand. Maybe it is full of work or responsibilities or a sense that you should have done just a little more. Feel the strap against your skin, the pull on your muscles, the way it tugs at you, almost without you noticing. The way your thoughts tug the same way. Now slowly, carefully, slide the strap from your shoulder. Let the weight roll away from your body. Your arm is lighter, your back eases, your chest has a little more room to breathe. Set the bag down beside the door. You do not have to unpack it tonight. Just place it gently on the floor, a quiet promise to yourself that it can wait. As the bag rests, feel a soft ripple of relief. One small weight has been put down. Your body knows this feeling. Making space, letting go. Take a slow breath in, as if you are breathing in the comfort of this place, and a long, easy breath out, as if the day is sighing out of you a little. Nothing dramatic, just a simple loosening. Now imagine walking deeper into this quiet home in your mind. Each step a little slower than the last, each step a little softer. The floor steady under your feet. Around you, the noise of the day begins to fade. The phones, the messages, the lists, all of them staying outside, like shoes left on the porch. In this moment, you are allowed to set everything down. Not forever, just for now, just for tonight. Inside, the light is soft, warm enough to feel safe, dim enough to feel gentle, the kind of light that invites you to unwind. Find a place to sit or lie down in this inner room, somewhere that feels comfortable to your imagination. A favorite chair, a couch, a nest of blankets. As you settle into it, notice the way your body meets the surface, the back supported, the legs held, the head gently cradled. You do not have to hold yourself up all on your own. Now let your mind slowly walk back through the day, not to judge, not to fix anything, just to see it with soft eyes. Start with your morning, how it began, even if it was rushed, even if it was messy. Just observe it, as if watching from a quiet distance. See yourself waking, moving through those first moments. Feel a gentle kindness toward that version of you, doing the best they could with the energy they had, doing the best they could with what they knew then. Let that part of the day drift to a shelf in your mind, Place it there like a book you can close. You do not have to read it again tonight. You know enough. Move slowly into the middle of your day. The tasks, the people, the thoughts that kept circling, anything that still feels loud. As each memory appears, greet it softly. Yes, that happened. Yes, that was real. And now it is over. There is nothing you need to change about it in this moment. Nothing to replay, nothing to rewrite. Imagine placing that whole bundle of hours onto another shelf. If something clings, if a thought does not want to leave, you do not have to push it away. Just hold it in both hands in your imagination. A small glowing shape of worry or effort. Whisper to it inside yourself that that's enough for today. You tried, you cared, you showed up, and then watch it soften. Edges rounding, light dimming, not disappearing, just settling further back. Like a light turned down low in a distant room. Now come to the later part of your day, the last tasks, the journey home, the way your mind began planning tomorrow. See those moments one by one. No need to hurry through them. Just a gentle noticing. For each part, imagine a light in a window, warm and bright. You see it. You recognize it. You honor it. Then your hand finds the dimmer switch. Slowly, tenderly, you turn the light down. A little softer, a little quieter, until that part of the day glows only faintly in the background. Move from window to window, from memory to memory, from thought to thought, dimming the lights one by one. The conversation you keep replaying, the task you did not finish, the thing you said or did not say, each one can have the same gentle phrase. That's enough for today, not a judgment, just a boundary. A soft closing of a gentle door. Feel what happens in your body as you say this inside yourself. Maybe your shoulders lower a little. Maybe your jaw loosens. Maybe your breath reaches a little deeper into your chest or belly. Now imagine standing in the hallway of this inner home. Behind you, all the rooms of the day, their lights turned low, their doors partially closed. Ahead, a doorway to your resting space, a room that belongs only to this moment. Step toward it, slowly. The air grows quieter as you move. Before you enter, turn to face the rest of the house. See the outline of all that happened today, not in sharp detail. Just as a gentle shape in the distance, offer the whole day a soft, silent nod. You did enough. You have carried enough. You have cared enough. Once more inside, say or feel the words, "That's enough for today." Then, with a quiet, easy motion, imagine closing a door between this resting room and the rest of the house, the latch meeting the frame with a gentle click, not shutting anything out in anger, just creating a boundary of peace. On this side of the door, nothing is urgent. Nothing is calling your name. Nothing needs to be solved right now. This is a room made of pause. Settle into the softness waiting here, the calm, the quiet, the gentle hum of safety. Notice the way the air feels in this space, almost like it is cushioning you, holding you, letting your thoughts loosen their grip. If a worry taps at the door, it can stay in the hallway. If a plan for tomorrow appears, it can rest on a chair outside. They will wait. They are not lost. They are simply not for this moment. Here, in this quiet inner room, your only job is to be. Breathing in slowly and comfortably, breathing out even more slowly, allowing everything to soften a little more with each exhale. Feel the surfaces beneath you offering support, the way they take your weight without question. There is nothing you must hold up, nothing you must keep together. The day is behind you now, like a book gently placed back on a shelf. You do not have to keep turning its pages. You do not have to hold it open in your hands. It can rest closed for a while. Stay with this sense of a soft, quiet room, dim lights, still air, a feeling of being wrapped in calm. Thoughts may still wander in and out. That is all right. Let them pass through like distant sounds outside the walls. You notice them, and then they drift away again. For now, all that matters is this: the ease spreading slowly through you, the gentle release of the long day, the simple kindness of letting everything be just as it is, without doing anything more. The door to the world is closed for tonight. You are safe inside, held and quiet and free to rest. As the mind grows softer and the night gathers around you in silence, the night is here, and it stretches out around you like a soft, dark blanket. Quiet, steady, gentle. Some sounds are fading now. The day is loosening its grip, and even if the mind is still busy, still bright, the world around you is beginning to dim and soften. Notice how your body is resting right now. The weight of it, the gentle pull downward, the support beneath you holding everything that you are. Thoughts may still be crowding in, little lines of worry, half-finished conversations, memories, things to remember for tomorrow. They might feel close, like they are right up against you, all wanting attention at once. Thought after thought arriving and overlapping, as if there is not enough room for them all. For a moment, do not try to push any of them away. No need to argue with them, no need to fix them. Let them be exactly as they are. Imagine instead that above your head the night opens into a wide, quiet sky, endless, dark, and gentle, not empty, just spacious. So much room, more room than any one thought could ever fill. Feel that sky as a part of you, your inner space, your awareness, wider than it seemed a moment ago. Each thought that appears is like a tiny star in that sky, pinpoints of light, soft, distant, harmless. They twinkle for a moment and then fade a little. They do not crowd the sky. They simply float in it. Let any thought that shows up take its place as one of those little stars. A worry, a plan, a memory, a feeling. Each one can drift a little farther away until you can see it, but it no longer presses right up against you. Notice how that feels. You are not the thought. You are the space around it. You are the quiet sky that can hold every star without effort. If more thoughts rush in, that is all right. The sky simply widens. The horizon stretches a bit farther. There is still room for all of them. Gently sense your breath now. No need to change it. Just notice it moving in and moving out, like a slow, small wave at the edge of a lake. As the breath moves in, picture the inside of your mind expanding, as if more air is flowing into that sky, more space between each star, more softness between each thought. As the breath moves out, feel a tiny release somewhere in the body, maybe in the shoulders, maybe behind the eyes, maybe in the belly. You do not have to search for it. Just allow the idea of a tiny letting go with every slow exhale. Thoughts may still be talking, still trying to tell their stories. You do not need to silence them. You can let them speak in the distance, the way you might hear a faint radio in another room. Barely there, not important right now. If a strong thought appears, give it a little more space. Imagine it stepping back from you, a few gentle steps at a time, from right in front of you, to across the room, to somewhere out under that night sky. You can still see it there, like a cloud drifting past the moon, but it no longer blocks your view of everything else. Feel how the body responds when you are not fighting the thoughts. The jaw loosens a touch, the brow softens, the chest feels a little less tight. Even if it is only a small change, that is enough. Sense the shape of your body from the inside, your forehead smooth and warm, your cheeks resting, your tongue relaxing in your mouth, not holding itself so firmly, the back of your neck sinking a bit deeper into support, the shoulders dropping a fraction of an inch, arms heavy and quiet at your sides, or wrapped wherever they feel most at ease. All the while, thoughts continue to arrive, like slow-moving clouds across that deep night sky. Some of them are wispy and light, some are thicker, some pass quickly before you even notice what they were about. You do not have to chase a single one. No need to capture them, to write them down in the mind, to hold them still. You can simply watch them come and watch them go. If a thought catches you and pulls your attention fully into its story, that is all right too. The moment you notice, gently step back again. Return to the feeling of your breathing, back to the sense of a wide, quiet sky within you. Breath moving in, soft and cool. Breath moving out, slow and easy. Space around each thought. Room for everything. Imagine your awareness now spreading out, like a horizon at dusk. It stretches to the left and to the right, all the way down and all the way up. Calm, open, at ease. Every worry that appears has a cushion of space around it. It is no longer pressed against your heart, no longer crowding your chest. It rests on this wide inner ground, like a small stone placed gently in a large field. You are larger than any single worry, larger than any single memory, larger than any plan for tomorrow. They rise within you, and they pass through you, but they are not all that you are. Notice now how your body feels against the mattress or the surface beneath you, the way it supports every curve, every angle, the weight of your legs, heavy and quiet, the softness under your back or your side. Let your awareness sink lower, away from the busy surface of the mind, down into the neck, into the chest, into the slow, steady rhythm of your heart. Lower still, into the belly. Feel it rise gently with each in-breath and fall softly with each out-breath. This is a place of heaviness and grounding. A calm center. Thoughts still sparkle above, like distant stars or sleepy fireflies in a summer field. They flicker once, twice, and then fade a little more each time. So far away now. In this moment, the body knows what to do. It knows how to rest. It knows how to drift. Imagine yourself sinking just a bit deeper into where you lie, as if the mattress is holding you in a quiet, gentle embrace. supported from every side, nothing to carry, nothing to hold up. The mind can stay spacious and open like that endless night sky. Thoughts far away, small and soft, not gone, just no longer in charge. You are the calm beneath them. You are the steady ground. You are the warm, slow breath in the dark. Let everything grow quieter now, thoughts dimming like distant lights at the edge of town, the body heavier, softer, easier. Breath by breath, feel yourself settling, drifting, sinking into this softness where there is room for everything and nothing that needs to be done. Just quiet, just space, just rest, gently unfolding in the dark. The day has been busy inside your mind, thoughts weaving in and out, memories, plans, small worries, tiny questions that keep circling back, some loud, some quiet, all of them asking to be heard. It can feel crowded in there, like a room where everyone is talking at once. So for now, we slow everything down. Nothing to solve, nothing to fix. Only a gentle softening around all that inner noise. Feel your body resting where it is. Notice the weight being held for you. The support underneath you is steady and safe. You are allowed to relax into it. Just a little more with each breath. In your own way, begin to notice the breath moving in and out. No need to change it, just feeling how it arrives and then leaves again, like a quiet wave that knows exactly what to do. Now imagine that inside your mind there is a room, a private, cozy room that belongs only to you. The light in this room is soft and warm, like gentle candlelight. Nothing harsh, nothing bright, just a calm golden glow. This room is comfortable. Maybe there is a soft chair, or a cushioned sofa, or a pile of blankets on the floor. The air feels warm enough, safe enough. It is a place where everything is allowed to slow down. In this room, all of your thoughts have gathered. Every what if, every did I say the right thing, every what about tomorrow, and what if I forget, and what if it goes wrong. Some thoughts might be pacing back and forth. Some of them might be whispering in corners. Some might be standing on chairs, waving their arms, trying so hard to be noticed. They all mean well, even when they are loud. Take a soft breath in and out. Notice this busy inner room and how full it feels. You do not have to chase any thought or push any away. You are just here, gently aware. Now, imagine a quiet presence entering the room, a calm, kind version of you. This presence has no rush, no pressure, only a warm patience. It knows that every voice in this room is simply trying to help. This quieter you looks around with gentle eyes, and all the thoughts, all the inner voices, notice. They can feel that there is no anger here, no blame, only a soft invitation to rest. In this moment, picture a soft hush beginning to move through the room, almost like a light snow beginning to fall outside a window. Slow, delicate, sound softening. Every flake brings a little more quiet, a little more calm. The voices are still here, but the sharp edges begin to blur. The words are no longer so bright and urgent. They feel softer, muffled, as if wrapped in a warm blanket. They are being gently asked to speak more quietly now. The thought that always appears first steps forward. Maybe it says, "What if tomorrow is too much? What if I can't handle it?" This kind quiet you turns toward it, and instead of arguing, simply nods and says, "I hear you. You've worked hard today." Notice how this thought has been on its feet all day, running in circles. Notice how tired it actually looks. Invite it to sit down in the softest chair in the room. Imagine that chair hugging it, supporting every part that is worn out. You might say to it gently, "You don't have to stay awake all night, you can rest. We can think again in the morning." Feel the way those words land. Not as a command, but as permission. Permission for this thought to be tired too. See that worried voice yawn a little, its shoulders drop, its pace slows, as if the floor beneath it has become a warm, sleepy cloud. It settles back, just watching the candlelight flicker. Now another familiar thought steps forward. Maybe this one says, "Did I do enough today? Did I make a mistake? Did I miss something important?" Again, that quiet, compassionate presence turns toward it. No judgment, only warmth. "Of course you're here," you might say. "You've been checking and checking all day long. You must be exhausted." And this thought too is invited to find a place to lie down. A cushion in the corner, a soft blanket waiting just for it. See it hesitate at first, still wanting to review everything one more time. But the room is getting quieter now. The hush is deepening, like snow layering thicker on the ground. Even this checking, careful voice starts to feel the weight of sleep. If another worry steps in, saying, "What if something goes wrong while I'm asleep?" offer it the same gentle care. "You've been on guard all day," you might whisper. "You deserve a break. If we need you, we'll call you in the morning." And you show it a little resting place too. One by one, each repeating thought is noticed, not pushed away, not scolded, simply seen. Each one is given permission to be tired, to stop working for tonight. Each one is invited to curl up somewhere soft. With every thought that settles, the space between the voices grows wider. Breaths feel a bit longer. The room feels a bit dimmer, in a comforting way, like evening deepening toward night. The candlelight is low and steady, not demanding, just quietly glowing. Now listen for the background buzz that used to fill this space. The low hum of a "remember this" and "don't forget that." Notice how, under the hush, it is fading. Each phrase slows, like a record turning more gently, until it almost stops. Imagine the whole room taking a long shared breath, in and out, as if all the thoughts are breathing together, then sighing with relief. They have been heard, and now they are allowed to sleep. Some of them are already drifting off. A small what if curled up on a pillow. A stubborn replay of an old conversation, finally wrapped in a blanket, eyes closing. A little voice in the corner, half asleep, mumbling, "We can finish this tomorrow." The hush in the room grows thicker, softer. Sounds are muffled like footsteps on snow. Words are slower, stretched out and sleepy. Even the spaces between words feel padded and quiet. Notice how it feels to stand or sit in the middle of this now gentle room. The once busy space is dim and peaceful. You are surrounded by resting worries, no longer tugging at you. Every voice has a place, tucked in and safe. The only thing that remains fully awake is this calm, steady awareness, not thinking hard, just watching the breath move, in and out, like a slow tide under a night sky. begin to sense how this awareness, too, is allowed to soften. It doesn't need to keep guard over every thought. It can loosen, uncoil, sink deeper into quiet. Nothing urgent, nothing pressing, only this gentle drifting. The room of your mind is now mostly silent. Candlelight low, shadows soft, every thought sleepy and still. You can almost feel a blanket of quiet settling over everything. A quiet that holds you rather than asks anything from you. Stay with the rhythm that is left. The rise and fall of the breath. The slow, easy movement that asks for no effort. Breathing in softness, breathing out what is left of the noise. If a small voice stirs again, it is okay. You can whisper, "Shh, it's time to rest now. We'll talk in the morning." And watch it roll over, snuggle in, and drift back towards sleep. Nothing to untangle tonight. Let your whole mind feel like that candlelit room. Dimension, quiet, comfortable, and held. Thoughts are tucked in, worries wrapped up, questions sleeping. Only the soft echo of your breath remains, gentle and slow, and you are free to sink deeper into this silence, deeper into rest, with nothing more you need to do. The day has carried a lot, and now it is slowly loosening its hold. The edges of thoughts begin to soften, like colors fading into dusk. Imagine yourself on a small boat, out on the open water. The sky is deepening, the light becoming gentle and low. You've been moving over choppy waves, alert, watching, always checking the horizon, prepared for the next swell, the next shift in the wind. Notice how familiar that feels, that sense of scanning, of bracing a little, even when nothing is happening yet. The mind doing its best to keep you safe by looking for the next wave. Tired but still on watch. Now the scene slowly changes. Ahead, sheltered by curved arms of land, a quiet harbor appears, the outline of rocks and trees, holding the water in a soft embrace. The sea inside the cove is calmer, darker, almost still. You turn the small boat toward that safe place. The bow glides around a gentle bend. Behind you, the open water stretches away, rougher, restless. Ahead, the harbor waits, quiet and kind. The waves under you begin to shrink, from big rolling swells to smaller, slower motions. The boat no longer rises high or dips low. It starts to sway in a deeper, more even rhythm. Each little movement of the boat is like a slow breath, up and down, forward and back. Your body, your thoughts, can begin to match that calm, tidal pace. The wind that once rushed at your face begins to ease. It softens to a mild, cool breeze that brushes past your skin. No need to lean into it now. Here, the air is gentle, almost like a sigh of relief. As you move farther into the harbor, sounds change too. The crash of distant waves grows quiet, fading into a soft hiss in the background. Closer now, you hear only a light tapping of water against the sides of the boat. A hush settles all around. Wooden docks stretch out from the shore, patient and steady. Lanterns hang along them, one by one glowing to life in the early evening. Their light is low and warm, not sharp, not bright, just enough to paint a quiet path of gold across the darkening water. You steer the boat toward an empty space along the dock. The boards look worn and smooth, shaped by many gentle tides. They wait for you without hurry, as if they have all the time in the world, as if they knew you were coming. The boat slows, sliding through the water with a soft gliding sound. The last bits of the day's effort begin to fall away. The bow comes close to the dock, then nudges it with the faintest touch. A small, solid meeting. A quiet, "You're here." You reach out and take hold of a rope. Feel the roughness of the fibers under your hands. Strong, sturdy, reassuring. You loop it around the wooden post, pulling the knot firm and sure. With each turn of the rope, something inside you settles, wrapped, anchored, held. The boat can still move, but it cannot drift away. It is safe, exactly where it needs to be. You stand slowly and step onto the dock. Beneath your bare feet, the boards are solid and warm from the day's sun. They give just the tiniest bit under your weight, then hold steady. You feel the difference between the moving boat and the stillness of the wood. Take a moment here. One foot on the dock, one hand still resting on the boat. Between motion and stillness, between constant watching and the first deep exhale of rest. The harbor around you is peaceful. You hear the soft creak of ropes, the distant clink of metal against a mast. Occasional ripples lap gently against the posts, a soothing, repetitive sound, like a lullaby made of water and wood and evening air. Lanterns along the shore sway slightly as the breeze moves through. Their light is muted, touching the water in small trembling paths. Shadows blend and blur, edges growing kind and round. Nothing sharp, nothing urgent here. Now bring your worries into this place, but see them differently. Instead of crashing waves, see them as small, gentle swells. They roll in, touch the shore, and then ease back again. Nothing is taken, nothing pulled away. Each thought that wants your attention becomes like a soft wave against the dock. It arrives, brushes lightly against your awareness, and then drifts back. You don't have to push it away. You also don't have to climb into it. One wave might be a task undone, another a conversation replaying itself, another a what-if that used to loom large out on the open sea. Here, in this quiet harbor, each one becomes a small, harmless movement of water. You can let them bob nearby, close enough to see, far enough not to disturb your rest. They rock gently at the edge of your mind, contained, surrounded by the protective arms of this safe cove, free to move but not to overwhelm. The boat that carried you through the choppy water is now tied securely. You know it will still be here in the morning. All the things it held, all the questions and plans, can wait inside it. They are not gone. They are simply resting. If you like, step back into the boat now, but in a different way. Not as the captain on watch, scanning for danger. As someone who has arrived, who is home for the night. The rope holds you close to the dock, steady and sure. You ease yourself down, finding a comfortable place to lie back. The bottom of the boat cradles you, curved and supportive. Underneath, the water rocks you in slow, patient motions, a deep, natural rhythm, soothing and repetitive. Above you, the sky is wide and peaceful. The last light of day is fading into soft blue, then deeper shades. Stars begin to appear, one at a time, like quiet lanterns hung far overhead. Everything above is calm, unhurried, infinite. Your worries drift in their own small boats nearby, each one floating, gently tied, unable to go far. They might move, turn, bump softly against the dock, then drift back again. Yet they cannot reach you. They cannot pull you away from where you are resting. Even the unfinished things are allowed to be unfinished tonight. Problems without answers, plans not yet made. They are all moored here in this harbor, safe until morning. Notice how your body mirrors the scene. Places that were holding tight begin to loosen. The jaw softens, the shoulders let go of tiny hidden efforts. Breath deepens, like water filling and emptying a quiet cove. In this moment, you do not have to solve anything. You do not have to review, or plan, or prepare. You are not out on the open waves now. You are inside, sheltered, anchored. The harbor holds you the way the land holds the water, gently, firmly, with quiet strength. It doesn't demand anything from you. It simply offers a place where you can finally rest. The faint sounds of the night gather around, a distant gull settling in, water whispering against the hull, wood giving a tiny sigh as it adjusts to the tide. Every sound says the same soft thing. You're safe here. Nothing needs to be done right now. Everything that truly matters can wait until morning. You let that message sink in, the way warm light sinks into water. You're safe here. Nothing needs to be solved right now. Tonight is only for resting, only for being held. The boat rocks slowly, almost imperceptibly now. The air grows cooler, but in a gentle, comforting way. You feel supported from below, sheltered all around, open above, cradled between earth and sky and water. Thoughts may still come and go like small waves brushing the shore. Each one is allowed. Each one is met with the same calm knowing. Not now, not tonight. You float and they pass. Breath by breath the harbor grows quieter. Lanterns glow steadily, untroubled by the night. Your body sinks deeper into ease, into softness, into trust. Held, anchored, safe. And as the last edges of wakefulness gently blur, you rest in this quiet cove inside yourself, where worries rock harmlessly in the dark and nothing at all is asked of you, except to drift and drift and drift into silence. The day is slowly loosening its hold on you now. The sounds around you are a little softer. The light behind your eyes has dimmed. Your body knows it is time to wind down, even if the mind is still busy. Take a slow, easy breath in. Let it fall out in its own time. Nothing to do, nothing to fix. Just this quiet stretch of moments, made only for resting. Somewhere inside, the day may still feel a little tangled. Things that were said, things that stayed unsaid. Little decisions waiting, thoughts looping back to the same places again and again. For now, you do not have to solve any of it. Instead, gently imagine that all of those thoughts and concerns have become a single soft thread, resting in your hands. The thread is warm, like it has been held in sunlight. It is light and gentle against your fingers, but it is knotted in places, tight in little spots, where the day has caught and pulled. In your mind, notice how your hands cradle this thread. They are patient hands, kind hands. They do not rush. They simply hold the softness of the thread and wait. As you rest with that feeling, bring a little awareness to your own body. Sense the weight of yourself where you are lying or sitting. Notice the gentle pull of gravity, holding you steady. keeping you here. Let your breath move in and out without effort, like a calm tide. Now picture the first knot in that soft thread. Maybe it stands for something that happened today, a moment that did not go how you hoped, a word that landed the wrong way, a small heaviness that stayed with you. You are not pulling at this knot. You are not yanking or forcing. You simply hold it between gentle fingers. You bring it a little closer, as if you are offering it warmth and time. While your imaginary hands rest around that knot, feel into your real shoulders. Notice any tightness there, any sense of holding yourself up, of bracing. Then let your shoulders sink one small step closer to the surface beneath you. Not all the way, just a little softer. As your shoulders drop, sense that first knot beginning to loosen. The fibers of the thread are still whole. Nothing is broken, but the squeeze begins to ease. The tight circle opens half a breath wider. Take another slow inhale, easy and natural. And as you breathe out, imagine that warm exhale flowing through your arms, through your hands, and into that tiny knot. The knot doesn't resist. It just responds to that warmth, little by little. With each gentle breath, the knot becomes less sure of its shape. It gives up a little of its tightness. It slips, softens, and opens until your fingertips feel only a slight bump in the thread. That part of the day is no longer gripping you. It is simply resting there, allowed to be soft. Now your hands slide along the thread to another knot. This one might stand for something left undone, an email not answered, a task not finished, a choice that still hangs in the air. Notice how this knot feels. It may seem harder, more determined to stay tied. You do not argue with it. You just hold it gently and breathe. Soften your jaw as you do this. Notice if your teeth are touching, or if the muscles around your mouth are clenched. Allow a hint of space between your teeth. Maybe the tongue rests loosely, like it has nothing at all to do. As your jaw lets go, imagine that same release traveling from your face, down your neck, and into your hands holding the knot. The knot does not need to disappear. It only needs permission to relax a little, to not be so sharp, to not demand so much from you right now. On each out-breath, feel tiny shifts in the thread. The strands move, barely at first, but your patient hands make room. Your warmth and your softness invite the knot to loosen in its own way, in its own time. If a part of you wants to rush, to make it come undone immediately, that is all right. Notice that urge, as if it is yet another small knot. Smile at it if you like in your mind. Then let your breath answer with calm slowness. The knot begins to unwind. It stretches, wiggles, eases. It becomes less of a problem and more of a simple place in the thread where the day once held on. Now, even that begins to smooth. Your hands move along again, finding another knot, and another. Some are tiny, almost nothing. Some feel bigger, like decisions waiting for you tomorrow or next week. You acknowledge each one as you touch it. As your fingers rest on a larger knot, bring your attention down into your belly. Notice how it feels there. Is it tight, pulled in, guarding something? Without forcing anything, imagine your next breath arriving all the way down into the belly, softly expanding it like a slow, quiet wave. Then breathe out with a long, gentle sigh, whether out loud or just in your mind. Let the belly fall back in, easy and natural. With that exhale, picture the larger knot receiving some of that soft wave. It does not need to be solved tonight. It only needs to know it can rest. As the belly softens, the knot begins to follow. Not undone all at once, but relaxing around the edges. The strands slip apart just enough that the tight ball starts to spread out into something looser, kinder, less solid. In your hands now, the thread feels different. Run your fingers along it in your imagination, and where there were sharp little bunches, there are more gentle curves. It moves with you more easily, flowing over your palms, light and smooth. Here and there you may still find a small knot, a thought that keeps returning, a worry about how you were seen, a question that has no answer yet. Each time you notice one, you meet it the same way. Slow hands, warm breath, no rush, no pressure to make it disappear. You cradle it and you invite your body to release one more layer. Maybe the space between your shoulder blades softens. Maybe your hands themselves feel heavier and more relaxed. Maybe your eyes, even closed, soften at the corners. And as your body lets go, the knots follow. They are not stronger than your kindness. They are not stronger than this softness you are allowing yourself now. They are only the day, trying to hold on a little past its time. Notice how the thread feels now, as more and more of those knots slip away. Longer, lighter, smoother. You may picture it draped softly across your lap, or resting over your open hands, like a quiet ribbon of your day all stretched out. There may be a few gentle curves, places where something still wants your care another time. That is all right. Everything does not need to be perfectly straight or perfectly clear. For tonight, it is enough that the tightest spots have softened. Feel again the weight of your body where you are resting, the steadiness beneath you, the support that never asks anything from you. Your shoulders perhaps a little lower now, your jaw a little looser, your belly a little more at ease. The mind's grip is not as strong as it was. The thread of the day is no longer pulled into hard little knots. It lies in one gentle line across this moment, calm and quiet. Nothing is pulling at you now. If any thoughts drift back in, picture them as tiny loops in that thread, easy to smooth with the lightest touch of your awareness. They relax quickly now because they recognize this softness. They know they can rest here. They know you will return to them another time when you are ready. For now, the work of your hands is done. The knots that mattered most have loosened. The day has been slowly, tenderly untangled. All that remains is this long, smooth ribbon of time, stretching gently into the night. Let yourself settle into that feeling. Nothing tangled, nothing demanding. Only the quiet, easy flow of breath and the soft, forgiving space you have made inside. Stay here as long as you wish, resting with the smoothness of that thread and the calm that has spread through your shoulders, your jaw, your belly. The night will hold what you release. The knots can wait for another day, and for this one, it is more than enough to have simply softened. Twilight has come, soft and quiet, like a gentle hand dimming the lights of the world. In this soft in-between time, imagine yourself stepping into a garden. Not a busy, perfect garden, just a simple, peaceful place that feels safe and familiar, even if you have never been here before. The air is cooler now, touched by evening. You feel it on your skin, a faint, kind coolness that settles the day's warmth and begins to loosen the tight edges of your thoughts. The sky above is a deepening blue, slowly melting into night. Under your feet the earth is soft. Every step sinks just a little, as if the ground is welcoming your weight, happy to hold you up. The path is gentle and easy. No need to choose a direction or make a decision. You are already exactly where you need to be. Listen for a moment. The world here is quiet but not empty. Crickets hum in the distance in a slow, steady rhythm. Somewhere far off, maybe a single frog calls now and then. The garden breathes with a soft, natural sound that asks nothing from you at all. The air carries a faint, sweet scent. Night-blooming flowers are just opening, their petals unfolding in the half-light. The fragrance is light, not overwhelming, just enough to drift around you, to remind your body that it is evening and that it is safe to slow down. Thoughts may still be moving quickly inside. Plans, worries, lists of what you did and what still needs doing. They may try to follow you even here. That is all right. Thoughts are allowed to be here. You do not have to push them away. As you walk along the soft path, imagine that the worries you are carrying become leaves in your hands. Each worry, each unfinished task, each looping thought becomes a dry, crinkled leaf. You do not even need to see them clearly. Just sense the slight weight of them for a moment. Now, very gently, picture yourself opening your fingers. One by one, the leaves drift down to the earth. They do not fall with any rush, just a slow, easy float. They settle onto the ground, joining other leaves that have already fallen. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet return to the soil. The ground accepts them completely. They lie there, no longer your burden, just part of the soft, rustling layer underfoot. When another worry shows up in your mind, you notice it, shape it into a leaf, and let it slip from your hand. You keep walking. The air feels slower now. Your steps fall into a natural, gentle rhythm. With each step, something inside you agrees to soften, just a little. Shoulders loosen. The muscles around your eyes relax. Your jaw settles. Ahead, you notice small buds on the plants that line the path. They are closed for the night, wrapped up tight in their own quiet promise. Think of your to-do list, all the things you feel you must remember, must finish, must hold. Each task becomes one of these small, unopened buds. They are not gone. They are simply waiting, safe, held, protected by their own timing. Nothing is wrong with them remaining closed for now. They are not late. They are not behind. They are just not meant to open in the dark. You do not need to hold them in your mind. The garden holds them for you. These buds will open in the morning light, in their own way, at the right time. For now, they are content to rest. You are allowed to rest with them. As you move deeper into the garden, the light grows softer. Shadows stretch, gentle and long. The edges of shapes blur. You notice how the colors around you fade into deeper shades of blue and green, slowly giving themselves to night. You come to a small, still fountain. The water is calm, nearly motionless, like a quiet breath held in the dark. You step closer, feeling the coolness rise from its surface. Everything around this fountain feels extra hushed, as if the garden is whispering, "Be still." You lean over slightly and see the water reflecting the first stars of the evening. Tiny points of light tremble on the surface. When your thoughts ripple, the reflections shimmer, then settle again, Thoughts pass, and the water returns to stillness. You do not have to stop thinking. You simply let each thought touch the surface of your mind, like a small stone dropped into the fountain. A ring of ripples spreads out, wider and wider, until they fade and the water becomes smooth again. The thought came. The thought moved through. The thought is gone. Your fingertips brush the edge of the fountain. The stone is cool and slightly rough, steady, solid. It has seen so many days and nights, and yet it never rushes. It never hurries the water. It simply holds. In this moment, it is holding you too. When you are ready, you step away and follow the path once more. Leaves whisper lightly under your feet. Each sound is small and soothing, like a quiet sigh. You let your hand drift along the sides of the path, fingertips grazing soft leaves and petals. Some leaves feel smooth and broad. Some are small with gentle edges. A few petals brush your skin like silk. No one needs anything from you here. You are simply touching the world and letting it touch you back in the easiest, kindest way. The garden grows darker, but it does not feel empty. It feels full of calm life, moving at a slow, unhurried pace. Insects sing in low, steady tones. A breeze moves through, barely strong enough to sway the plants, just enough to remind you that the air is alive around you. The rhythm of the garden begins to match the rhythm of your breath. In, a soft, full inhale. Out, a long, easy exhale. With each breath in, calm grows a little deeper in your chest. With each breath out, your body lets go of something small, a tiny bit of tension, a stray thought, a tight feeling in the belly or throat. You do not need to name what is leaving. It is enough to feel it loosen. You notice somewhere within you a sense of belonging here, not as a guest who must behave or perform or say the right thing. You belong as naturally as the leaves belong to the branches, as the stars belong to the sky. You are part of this gentle rhythm, where nothing is rushed and nothing is forced. The path bends gently and you see a small wooden bench ahead. It sits beneath a tree whose branches reach out like protective arms. Nearby, a patch of moss glows softly in the dim light, thick and velvety, inviting and soft. You move toward this quiet resting place. Choose what feels right in your mind. Maybe you sit on the bench, feeling the wood firm beneath you, supporting your weight with ease. Maybe you lower yourself onto the moss, the earth cradling you in its cool, gentle softness. Either way, you are fully supported. Your body can give in to gravity now, shoulders sinking, back releasing, legs becoming heavy, and still. The ground, or the bench, holds all of you without effort. You are allowed to stop holding yourself up for a while. Above, the sky has deepened into a rich, velvety night. More stars have appeared, scattered calmly across the darkness. The sound of the crickets has settled into a steady, almost hypnotic song. It moves through the garden like a soft, slow wave. Thoughts might still drift through. Old conversations, small worries, random pieces of the day. Each one arrives and then, gently, you imagine it becoming a tiny seed, very light, easy to lift. A soft night breeze passes over you. As it moves, it gathers up those little seeds of thought, lifting them from you. They float away, carried into the darkness, no longer needing your attention. They drift far out over the garden, over the trees, until they are simply gone. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to call them back or keep track of where they go. The night knows what to do with them. You are free in this moment just to rest. Your body grows heavier and softer. Your breathing is slow and smooth now, like a quiet tide moving in and out. The garden has darkened, but you can still sense its gentle presence around you, holding you in a safe, natural embrace. You feel the soft earth or the firm bench beneath you. You feel the cool air on your skin. You hear the low, steady hum of nighttime sounds. Everything is moving at a pace that asks nothing more of you than to simply be here. The garden will keep watching over the buds that wait for morning. It will turn fallen leaves back into soil in its own time. It will carry your seeds of thought wherever they need to go. None of that is your job. Your only task now is no task at all. Just lying here, breathing quietly, drifting a little further into softness with every exhale. The night folds gently around you, comforting and deep. You rest within it, safe and quiet, thoughts loosening, slowly floating farther away, until even the garden itself begins to blur and fade into a calm, spacious, peaceful dark. The edges of the day, the edges of thoughts, even the edge of your body against the bed, all a little less sharp, a little more blurred and gentle. Breath moves in and moves out, slow, easy, nothing to fix or manage, nothing to keep up with. Imagine the surface beneath you becoming lighter, as if the mattress is turning into a soft, pale cloud, not bright or intense, just a quiet, pale softness, shaped perfectly to hold you. It rises up to meet you, like it has been waiting there all along. Your body sinks into this cloud without effort. Every point that touches it is supported. Your weight is welcomed, not resisted. The cloud holds the back of your head, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your feet, all of you gently cradled. Notice how the cloud feels, as though it has both firmness and give. Soft like cotton, but steady underneath, like a gentle mattress made of air. Nothing hard, nothing pressing, only support everywhere you need it. With each slow breath, picture the cloud lifting you a little. Not fast, not far, just rising inches, then feet, then higher, in an easy floating way. The room fades into the background as you rise. You do not need to see or know where the furniture is, where the walls are. All that matters is the quiet feeling of being carried upward on something that loves your weight. Higher now, high enough that the day begins to feel small, high enough that all the little pieces of your life are below you, like tiny shapes in the distance. Far beneath, the day lies like a soft, dim landscape. Emails, messages, conversations, plans, they are like little envelopes, small icons, tiny figures moving slowly and silently. They no longer call your name. They have no sound from up here. Notice how quiet it is at this height. All the words that were spoken today, their echoes cannot reach you here. The arguments, the explanations, the trying to get it right, all of it has drifted far below, like a town you once passed through. Sound feels muffled and far away, as if a soft blanket of distance rests between you and the world. If anything moves or changes down there, it does so in silence. You are not needed for it right now. Here, in this gentle space above your life, breathing is easier. Air feels cool and clean around your face. With each inhale, a fresh, quiet ease moves through your chest. With each exhale, some old tension releases down into the cloud, and then farther down into the world below. Thoughts might still appear, like small birds flying up from the landscape. You can watch them without going with them. From here, they are just tiny shapes, outlines against a wide, open sky. They come and they go, fading back into the soft distance. The cloud beneath you rocks almost imperceptibly. A slow, gentle drifting, like floating on a calm sea that barely moves. A slight sway to one side and then the other. Rhythmic, soothing, unhurried. Your body responds to that subtle motion. Muscles let go a little more, trusting that nothing is expected of them. Forehead smooth, jaw loose, neck melting into warmth and softness. You may notice how small everything feels from this higher, quieter place. Things that once felt like mountains now look like pebbles on a path. Messages are just dots of light. Decisions are tiny crossroads that can wait peacefully until morning. Up here, nothing is pressing against you. Nothing is knocking at the door of your attention. You are allowed to be separate for a while, not cut off, just resting a gentle distance above it all. The world continues on, and you are kindly excused. If a worry drifts up, see it as a faraway shape, like a little cloud below your cloud. You notice it, and then your gaze moves past it, into the wide, calm space beyond. No need to fix it now. No need to turn it over in your mind. Your only task is to float, to be held, to rest in this easy space where nothing is urgent and nothing is loud. Feel the cool stillness of the air all around you. It is not cold, just pleasantly cool, like the air of a quiet night. It touches your cheeks and forehead, soothing and calm. With every breath, that coolness blends with a soft inner warmth in your chest and belly. The cloud beneath you adjusts itself with your breathing. When you inhale, it rises just a little. When you exhale, it settles and deepens under you, up a bit and down a bit. A natural rocking rhythm, like being gently rocked to sleep. Notice how safe it feels to be held like this, suspended, yet completely supported. Nothing to hold up, nothing to balance. You are carried like a leaf resting on the surface of water. Down below, the shapes of the day become blurrier. The outlines of tasks and to-do lists soften and blend into one another. Names and faces fade into small, colorless dots. Their stories grow quieter and quieter until they are almost nothing at all. From up here, life is just a soft, distant pattern, beautiful but far away. You do not need to organize it, understand it, or solve it tonight. You are simply watching from a place that is wider and calmer than any single moment of the day. Thoughts slow down like cars on a road at the end of a long evening. Fewer of them pass. More space opens between each one. In those spaces, you are just floating, without words, without analysis. Let yourself linger in those wordless spaces. That quiet pause after an exhale. That soft, empty second before another thought appears. Here, you are only breathing and drifting and being gently held in the air. The more you notice this quiet height, the less interested the mind is in pulling you back into details. The mind starts to rest, like a bird folding its wings. Images grow dim. Sentences in your head trail off before they finish. Even the idea of up here and down there can start to loosen. The cloud, the sky, the tiny world below, all of it can blur, as if the lights are being softly turned down. You are just resting in a wide, velvety darkness that holds everything. The cloud is still beneath you, steady as ever, but you hardly need to picture it now. Its support is simply known, like the way you know you are breathing without needing to watch every breath. Safe, supported, suspended in quiet. The world below continues to dim, like a screen going to black. Emails, messages, decisions, even the thought of tomorrow, all gently powered down, not erased, not lost, simply sleeping. The same way you are about to sleep. Around you, the darkness is soft, not empty. It feels like a warm, quiet room with no walls and no ceiling. Nothing moves unless it is slow and peaceful. Nothing speaks unless it is in a whisper that you do not need to hear. Thoughts become simple sensations now, a heaviness in the limbs, a warmth in the hands, a coolness in the air around the face. The mind loosens its grip on pictures and stories. What remains is this floating, this silence, this deep dark comfort. Breath in and breath out. Each cycle like a gentle tide washing through you. Each exhale carrying you a little deeper into stillness, into softness, into sleep. No need to follow the words any more closely. They can drift past like faint sounds from another room. Your awareness can go where it wants to go, sinking, settling, fading into the quiet, held above the noise, carried far beyond the reach of urgency, resting in darkness that feels safe and warm and endless. Nothing to do now, nothing to manage, only this soft, suspended silence, and the slow, easy drifting of a mind coming to rest. The night is quiet around you now, soft, steady, unhurried. Feel the way this quiet reaches you, almost like warm water around a resting body, not asking anything of you, not needing you to think or solve or plan, just holding you, exactly as you are. Notice the surface beneath you, how it supports you so completely. Your weight is welcomed here, safe here, nothing to carry, nothing to lift. As you breathe out, sense a tiny, gentle surrender in your body, a soft giving way. Each exhale like a slow, warm sigh that melts you a little deeper into where you rest, as if the bed is rising up to meet you, matching every curve, every line, every shape. For a moment, be lightly aware of your thoughts. They may still move and wander. Ideas, memories, bits of the day. You do not need to push them away. Just let them drift in the background like distant voices in another room while you stay here, sinking. Bring your awareness now to the top of your head, the scalp, the forehead, the small muscles around your eyes. Imagine warm darkness flowing over them like a soft, velvet shadow. The forehead smooths, the eyes grow heavy in their sockets. The tiny muscles around them loosen and fade into stillness. Feel your temples soften, your cheeks slacken. The jaw unclenches with a slow, easy release. If there is any tension, imagine it simply sliding downward, like sand slipping through open fingers, falling away from you. With the next easy breath out, sense your head becoming a little heavier. Heavier on the pillow, more fully supported, more fully held You do not need to hold your head up. Gravity is doing that for you now. Let that feeling drift into the back of your neck. The muscles there may have been working all day, keeping you upright, alert, ready. Now they are allowed to rest. Feel the back of your neck widen, soften, spread into the surface beneath you. The bed rises to meet that softness, giving you just enough support, and no effort at all is needed. Awareness moves slowly down into your shoulders. Notice their weight. Notice how much they have carried for you. Then, with a long, gentle exhale, imagine both shoulders dropping, just a few quiet millimeters, not forced, not pushed, simply settling, like leaves coming to rest on still water. Feel that settling continue down into your upper arms, the heavy, quiet feeling of muscles turning off for the night, biceps, triceps, all of the tiny fibers that helped you move through your day, now sinking, softening, growing quiet. Your arms rest heavier, more relaxed, more still. The sensation flows into your elbows, your forearms, your wrists. Each part just a little heavier than before. The hands slack and easy, fingers naturally curling or stretching, whatever feels most simple, most effortless. Every breath out adds a gentle weight, like warm sand slowly filling the shape of your hands, settling them down, down, into perfect rest. If a thought floats up, you can notice it the way you might notice a cloud passing in a darkening sky. Soft around the edges, not important. Then let your attention drift back to the quiet heaviness of your body. Now feel your upper back resting, wide and open. Imagine the bed rising gently to meet each space between the shoulder blades, each line of muscle along the spine. Nothing is left hanging. Everything is held. You are cradled by this surface as though it were made just for you. Let this feeling move through your chest. Notice the slow rise as you breathe in, and the easy, gentle fall as you breathe out. Each exhale a tiny letting go. As the breath leaves, your chest settles a little deeper into comfort. The rhythm of your breathing is calm now, like waves that have reached a sheltered bay. Feel your heart area softening too. Whatever emotions have brushed against you today, they do not need your attention now. They can float in the distance. Tonight, the only task of the heart is to rest in this warm cocoon of darkness, steady and secure. Let awareness flow into your ribs, your sides, your upper belly. Sense how they all move together with each breath, in and out, slow and kind. With every out-breath, the muscles around your ribs relax their hold a little more. You sink deeper. The bed or sofa seems to curve around you, holding you more closely. Move your attention down into the middle of your belly, the place where so many feelings gather. Imagine a warm, gentle weight there, like a soft hand resting with care. The belly loosens. Any tightness begins to uncoil. As the air leaves your lungs, the belly drops and relaxes, as if sinking through layers of softness and safety. Now the lower belly, the pelvis, the hips. These are heavy places of the body, strong and solid. Let them grow even heavier. Imagine they are made of smooth stone, placed gently on a supportive surface. The bed meets the weight and accepts it without effort. Nothing is too much. Everything is welcomed. Feel your hips spreading into the mattress, the muscles around them releasing like a slow exhale. The lower back softens, vertebra by vertebra, each tiny bone resting in its comfortable place, cradled by the tissues around it. No need to hold your posture. The night holds it for you. Sense now the length of your legs, from the tops of the thighs all the way down. Let a wave of warmth move through them, thighs softening, hamstrings and quadriceps growing heavy, letting go of the work of standing, walking, moving. The legs surrender their weight fully to what lies beneath them. Feel your knees at rest, without any need to bend or hold. Then your calves, the backs of the legs, slip more deeply into the surface. Imagine them sinking slowly, like something resting on a very soft cloud that gives just enough and then supports completely. Muscles unwind, skin and bone and tissue all settle into one quiet heavy hole. Down to the ankles now. Gentle, simple awareness. No analysis, no judgment. Just noticing how they feel and allowing them to be heavy. They are carried, supported, not alone. Finally, bring your attention to your feet. Heels resting, toes loose and free. You might imagine warm darkness wrapping around your feet like soft, thick socks, comforting, protective, safe. Each toe grows still, quiet, barely there, as if dissolving slowly into the cushion beneath. Now sense your whole body at once, from the top of your head, down your face and neck, along your shoulders and arms, through your back and chest and belly, across your hips, and all the way down your legs into your feet. One continuous field of warmth and weight and stillness. Notice how deeply you are being held, how solid and supported you feel, as if you are gently sinking into a soft, dark, cozy cocoon. The world outside grows more distant, more hazy. Here, inside this cocoon of night, you are free to drift. Thoughts may still appear now and then, but they feel slower, softer, like they are wrapped in cotton. They come and they go. You do not need to follow them. You can let them pass through this quiet space without disturbing it at all. The darkness around you is friendly. It closes in just enough to feel like a shelter, like being wrapped in layers of soft blankets, or held in a gentle embrace that asks nothing from you. The edges of your body blur a little, as if you are becoming part of the darkness itself, peaceful, unhurried, at rest. Words may begin to feel less important now. You do not need to listen closely. You do not need to remember. The sound of the voice can simply wash over you, like distant waves in the background of a dream. You are allowed to drift in and out, to hear some words and miss others, to float between waking and sleep. Each breath takes you a little deeper, down and down again, into softness, into stillness, into quiet. The space between one thought and the next grows wider, more open, more silent. In that space there is nothing to fix, nothing to decide, nothing to manage, only rest. If the mind stirs, it is all right. You do not need to change it. Just notice the gentle heaviness of your body, the warm support beneath you, the soft darkness around you, and then let go again, like a feather drifting down through the evening air. You are safe to sleep here, safe to release your grip on the day, safe to sink beyond the words, beyond the story, into a place where everything is quiet and kind. Breath by breath, feeling by feeling, you are descending into deep, quiet stillness. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Only this soft, dark, welcoming rest, carrying you gently down into sleep. The night is quiet now, soft and deep, almost like a blanket drawn gently up around everything you are. The day has slipped far away behind you. Thoughts that once felt loud and restless are softer here. They may still appear, they may still wander in and out, but the edges are not so sharp anymore. Breath moves slowly, in and out. Like a wave that no longer crashes, it just rolls and returns, calm and steady. Nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. In this gentle darkness, it is enough simply to be. Not to be good or productive or wise, just to exist, quiet, breathing, human, held by the night. If ideas float up, they can pass like clouds moving across a wide night sky. They do not need to be pushed away. They do not need answers. They can be here, and they can drift on at their own slow pace. Slowly, the body understands that it is safe to loosen, jaw softening, brow smoothing, hands and fingers letting go of the day they carried. Some parts may still feel a little tight, a little awake. That is all right. They are learning how to rest again. Nothing in you is wrong for taking time. Here, nothing is asked of you, not even stillness. You do not have to follow every word. You do not have to listen closely. You can let these sounds slide past like a quiet river rolling by in the dark. Each breath is a small act of kindness. Each exhale, a soft release, like setting down a thought, then another and another, onto the cool ground beside you. They will be there in the morning if they are still needed. Tonight, they can simply rest. Notice how the bed holds your weight without effort, how the pillow supports your head as if it has all the time in the world. Nothing rushes you here. This is a place of slow, patient comfort. If your mind reaches forward, wondering about tomorrow, you might let it know. Tomorrow will greet you when it is ready. You do not have to meet it now. For this moment, night is all there is. Soft, quiet, and deep. The air around you is gentle. It wraps around your shoulders and your chest, calm and kind. The room is a small, safe world of its own, familiar, steady, silent. It asks nothing from you. Even if thoughts still chatter in the corners, the center of you can be calm, like a still pool under moving wind. The surface may ripple, but the water is deep, untroubled, and peaceful below. You are allowed to be exactly as you are right now, sleepy or not sleepy, quiet or full of thoughts, relaxed or still learning how to relax. All of it belongs. All of it is welcome. Listen, without effort, to the spaces between the words, to the soft gaps where nothing is happening. Those spaces are for you, for your breath, for your drifting. If attention fades, let it fade. If the mind wanders away, let it wander. You are under no obligation to stay. These words will keep flowing whether you follow them or not. They are here like a low, distant lullaby, easy to leave behind. Feel how the night holds you the way the ocean holds a small boat. You do not have to steer. You do not even have to watch. The gentle movements of breath and rest do the work for you. Little by little, the edges of the day blur. Names, times, plans, lists. They grow softer, like chalk lines washed by quiet rain. Not lost, just no longer urgent. You have done enough for this day. More than enough. Every choice, every thought, every worry, every effort, they have brought you safely here, to this simple moment of breathing and being. You do not have to prove anything to earn this rest. You do not have to solve anything first. Rest is not a reward. It is your birthright. As natural as the sun setting, as night returning again and again. In the soft dark, your heart can slow to its own calm rhythm. Steady, gentle, unhurried, like quiet footsteps walking down a long, empty shore. There is nowhere it has to arrive. It just moves, then rests, then moves again. If a worry rises up, it can be wrapped in kindness. You might imagine placing it on a small shelf at the side of the night. Safe, waiting. You do not have to hold it in your hands anymore. Nothing fragile will break if you stop thinking for a while. The world can turn on its own. Your life can rest inside this pause. You can set everything down and trust that it will still be there when morning light returns. Now, the words themselves can begin to soften. They do not need to be clear. They do not need to be remembered. They can blur and fade like a dream at the edge of waking. Breath in, breath out. The simple sound of life moving gently through you. A quiet rhythm, steady and kind. Some part of you may already be drifting farther away. Eyes heavier, body heavier, mind floating a little looser, as if untied from the shore. You are safe to drift, safe to let go of the thread of meaning, safe to let these sounds become only softness in the background, like distant rain or wind in the trees far away. Here, in this tender quiet, you are held by the bed beneath you, by the darkness around you, by the steady rise and fall of your own breath. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is missing. Even if thoughts flicker, even if feelings shift, the deep part of you is already sinking into rest. And as the night stretches out before you, wide and peaceful, you are free to slide into whatever comes next. Sleep, drifting, dreaming, or simply lying here in the hush. The words can thin out now. Space can open up around them. The silence can grow larger, softer, deeper, until only the quiet remains. And in that quiet, you can rest. Just rest, as long as you wish.